Hey, it's Nate with Pulse PEMF. Video number 4 in our Principles of Pulsing series has arrived, and it's time to look at the next question that we can ask ourselves to strategize pulsing sessions that lead to incredible results. Now, you may have noticed that the questions are kind of building upon one another, so let's review all of them so far. Number 1, how wide is the target area? Number 2, how deep is the target area? Number 3, can the target area be sandwiched with a dual focus accessory? Number 4, is a series of accessories along the kinetic chain the best plan? And now, question number 5, do both sides of the body need to be pulsed for anatomical balance? When it comes to supporting the holistic nature of the body, we need to remember a very important word: compensation. Now, I'm not talking about monetary compensation for a service or repayment for suffering or loss. I'm talking about the way the body adapts to pain, stiffness, and inhibited mobility. The physiological meaning of compensation speaks of the way that the body acclimates to pain and hindrances. However, those acclimations can become the new normal and may even alter the body's structure or movement patterns to accommodate the compensation. For example, an injured left ankle would cause the body to compensate by putting all the body's weight on the right side. That compensation leads to a weak left leg and an overworked right leg and hip. An injured arm or shoulder may be in a sling for a season, which puts more strain and stress on the other arm and shoulder. You get the idea, but it's not always about left versus right or how the body conforms to an injury. At times, our lifestyle choices can create compensations which lead to unhealthy modifications in our physical structure. A really common example of this, you probably know where I'm going, is when people are hunched over their laptops or their phones. So the anterior side of the neck grows tight and short, and then the posterior side of the neck grows stretched and weak, and it leads to this unnatural curvature of the spine. Another example of these lifestyle choices affecting compensations is that I see all too often, and unfortunately it's mostly with men at the gym, it's when they focus on the mirror muscles. So the chest, abs, biceps, and triceps grow larger and tighter, but areas like the back muscles, leg muscles, hip flexors, and glutes, and other important areas grow weak and neglected. That puts a strain on the skeleton and will affect how they walk, jump, run, sit, and stand. Another example of these lifestyle choices could be, again, it's for guys, sorry guys, I'm not trying to pick on us, is when we sit on our wallets. I did that for way too long, and I've spent the last 6+ years with my chiropractor trying to correct the way it affected my spine. If left unchecked, these compensations can create problems that are worse than the reason they started in the first place. Ask any physical therapist or chiropractor how bad compensations can be for the structural integrity of the body. So let's bring this back to a pulsing strategy that is practical. As we talked about in previous videos about including the connected areas, we need to also take time to consider the areas affected by compensation. These areas have been working really hard, and they desperately need that cellular energy too. When you consider how compensation affects the entire body, the natural conclusion is to pulse both sides of the body for anatomical balance and for whole body communication. Therefore, an important and obvious first step is to use a whole body accessory to begin with, and then take time with focus accessories like the paddles, the square pad, where you can zero in on those areas affected by compensation. However, we shouldn't assume that the compensation side gets the exact same accessories and settings of the target area. So if your target area is your left knee, and you know it's been affecting your right leg with the compensation issue, and you use paddles on the left knee, it doesn't mean just use the paddles on the right knee and you're good. That entire right leg has been affected by that compensation. The hip, the leg have been working twice as hard to cover for that left knee. And so we've got to include both ends. Sometimes the physical compensations are easy to see, but we should still play detective. We should be thorough in our investigation. Ask questions. That's where it leads to incredible results. Now, we've talked a lot about accessory placement and usage, but the next videos, we're going to be talking about the frequency of the pulse and the strength of the pulse. Those videos are coming soon.